All right, now let's set up some scenarios here where we're going to work with very basic tools, straight blast, elbows, knees, moving the body a little bit. But now we're going to look at some tactics, some techniques, and a little bit of training method. We'll talk about at the end. We'll put this on the focus mitt at the end. So the tactic here is that you've got two opponents. You're trying to position yourself. So that's first. I'm going to put Steph in the middle. I'll bring you guys in. So something has happened here, and he's going to be engaged with these two people. They're probably going to be a bit closer than this. So that's usually the scenario right about here, where now we're trying to figure out what's happening. So what he's going to want to do is pick the closest target with the longest weapon. So I'll get out of the way. I don't know. So maybe he gets a groin shot here. This is a fast strike. So it's the first shot. You want a fast strike. The minute you do that, the second, you're going to transition to the other person. We use a lot of sweeping motions. So whether it's a sweep like this, whether it's a hammer or a back fist, whether it's to the groin, but it's going to sweep back into this opponent. So if you watch the fast strike, stop, you're man that, and it sweeps in. Now what you actually use from there is going to be really reliant on how much you've trained. The rest of our curriculum, really, the whole MKG curriculum, involves taking this man out. So right now, let's use a straight blast as just a stand-in for all the curriculum. So he's going to sweep through, back, sweep through, straight blast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we transition to heavy tools as soon as possible. So elbows, headbutts, knees, those are the kinds of things that are going to solve this quickly. So let's take an elbow. That's it. Zone and take a knee. Notice how he turned the head. This is important, otherwise you get a knee full of teeth, right? So you want to turn the head, so you're actually hitting on the side here like that. Then the last thing he's going to do is position and reassess. So if he's still got a hold of Victor, he's going to try and throw him in between the two. If not, let him fall and then reassess what is that other opponent going to do. So if we take the scenario one more time, take the fast strike, stop. That's it. And a sweeping motion, grab him, there's your elbow, there's your knee, and position. Beautiful. Now, and then if they're coming forward, then you're going to handle that problem as a single. So now you've got one opponent as opposed to two. So think about this. The first thing here is to look, what are my tools? Finger jabs, low side kicks, front kicks. Those are the longest weapons I have. Where's the closest target? Who's closest to me? Somebody will make a mistake. So usually they'll square up with you is what will happen. So if I'm approaching Steph and Linda and I are going here, one of these idiots is going to go like this. And that just solved his problem right there. The minute you see that, or they'll do a kind of face up to you, and then they've just presented their eyes to you, so that's your target. So whatever it is, I'm not giving that as direct advice, but I'm going to say something like that's going to happen. So longest weapon to the closest target, transition with a sweeping motion. So if we watch this again, so again, he's going to take a look and see, okay, what is the closest target? Back. Okay, there's one. There's a sweeping motion. Now I'm going to straight blast. Elbow, elbow. And again, we're using that as a stand-in for all of our other curriculum. You're not going to necessarily know what you'll use until you contact. This is where all your sensitivity training, all of your impact training, endurance training, everything's going to come together right here. And this is why we encourage people to train in so many different disciplines. Get to your JKD class, get to your Panantukan class, get to the Thai boxing class, make sure you're in the jiu-jitsu program, etc. Because it's important to have the tools and the feeling to handle this person, this person, this person, and you won't know until you get there. It's simple as that. Now let's set up some of those ideas on a focus mitt, get this training method here. So this way now you can train some impact, put a little more guts into it without worrying about hurting someone. So we're going to set up the scenario. Steph is in the middle. We've got Victor over here, Linda over here. Now again, the first strike is dictated by longest weapon to the closest target. So one of them is going to give him a first strike opportunity. So he has decided that from the position he was standing in, maybe it's like this, by the way, because you don't know, you're trying to calm the situation down. But this has presented itself as the logical target. Perfect, okay? Then as soon as he does that first strike, he's going to make that sweeping motion, engage the second opponent, do whatever he needs to do here to get to heavy tools, and then re-engage back here. Now, this is an assessment again. Is what was the former number one, is he actually going to re-engage after seeing his buddy go down? So this, we don't know. So sometimes we'll have him go forward, and that's it, so you re-engage, go back. Same set of consequences for him there. Sometimes he may back off, especially if he saw his buddy go down heavy, he may just say, whoa, wait a minute, I don't want anything to do with this. And then that's the time you're looking for exits. Get out of there before other people start getting involved. because sooner or later, their other friends are going to realize that moron number one here is laying on the floor. So let's do this again. So your first fast strike, whatever. Okay, so he did the finger jab before. There's a little round kick. Beautiful like that. 1, 2, hit, and then re-engage. If he's coming, there you go. Now out the door. Okay, so you have basically, I don't know, 3 or 4 choices for that first strike. A finger jab, a low side kick here, or a front kick are probably going to be the ones you'll use. There are some other variables, but those you're looking for, those really economical tools that are close to the target they're going to find. So if we watch one more time, go ahead and set it up however you want, guys. Little side kick, beautiful, that's it. Lift that back, that's it. Turn to re-engage, or just coming. And again, we let him have the choice, is he going to re-engage? Can we do one more, guys? Okay, they got one more in. All right, ready? Nice, that's it. And 2, that's it. And he decides to back up, very possible. So this will give you an idea of how to set up these drills. There's lots of good ideas. One thing I want to point out here is that some of the ring-oriented tactics or cage-oriented tactics are not appropriate here. So my example would be this. If I have this situation that I'm in here, what I'm not going to do is shift into my Muay Thai mode and go 1, 2, 3 and start throwing big round kicks. It's not the right tool for this place and time. That may happen in the exchange, but really what I'm looking for is my foot closer to her knee? Is my foot closer to her groin? Is my hand positioned so I can get to the eye before she moves? Those are the type of considerations. Quick, economical, damaging. So hit one first strike, blitz all you can, and heavy weapons on the second person, then come back and re-engage if you need to. One last one, guys. One last one, because Steph's having fun. First strike, beautiful, that's it. Transition. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And he decides to back off wisely. Anyways, have fun with these.